because, yeah, close the windows, guys. No, that one was probably our biggest. That was our biggest boat, so don't worry. We're gonna have another one here. Alright, so Samson Beaver was that stony man that drew her the map, allowed her to get up here, and Leah was his wife. So she decided to name them side by side so they would be together forever in the Canadian Rockies, so she was quite the romantic. And she was also very humble as well. She didn't name anything after herself. She named everything after the people that helped her to get out here. Now I didn't mention it before, but Mary Schaefer was an American woman. So she was coming up here from the States as a woman and naming mountains after indigenous people in the early 1900s. Completely unheard of. She was really ahead of her time. Definitely ruffled some feathers. But as I said, we do have her to thank for being on the lake today and seeing it the way we are seeing it. Does anybody have any questions at all?
No question. Continue.
This lady has noticed this in front of us here on top of that mountain. You can see there's kind of a structure up there. Does everyone see that? Yeah. It's not a building or anything. It's actually a buildup of dolomite rock. And it kind of looks like a teapot, so we call it teapot rock. It's a fairly popular staff type to do. You have to paddle down to Spirit Island and then you can go up there. I've gone up there myself. It looks pretty small, but it's actually about 3 stories tall as well. So it's a pretty huge buildup of rock. And we are entering now into glacial territory. So we have the Moline Glacier receding through this valley, and it kind of broke off, and now we have some chunks of glacier around. So we are beginning to see our first one. If you look over here at Mount Samson, and you follow the ridgeline of it, just up in front of us, you'll see between these two mountains, there's that U-shaped valley, again indicative of a glacier. And tucked in behind the valley there, you'll start to see what looks kind of like a flash frozen waterfall, or almost like a crumpled piece of paper a little bit as well. And that is actually the Moline Glacier. So it stretched back to Jasper, met up with the Athabasca Glacier, and then receded through, and now rests just up there. It looks fairly small, but we're only seeing a very small portion of it. We've had some of our friends here have summited Mount Samson and seen that glacier from an aerial perspective, and it kind of looks like a hand resting in between all the valleys, each finger in a different one, and we are only seeing the tip of one finger, so we're not seeing much.